Hey, welcome back. This is Diane.Boerstler. We are in Module 9, which is what I like to call the home stretch. First, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for sticking with me through this and for asking questions as you've been asking questions and sending in anything you need feedback on. I really, really appreciate it. Really, from the bottom of my heart, I do. I know it's a lot to learn. I know it's a lot to go through, but not to sound cliche, but you should give yourself a huge pat on the back for even going through this. I mean, it's you're making a huge leap in your life to do this. So just remember, if you have questions, let me know. So let's get started with this. This is our description, and if you noticed, I mentioned in our last one, Module 8, Part 2, for bullet points that I had already that now that we've used up all the bullet points and gone through and written them, you actually have a description already, which is really cool. One you can use for EBC or one that you can use for your regular HTML description. But today I'd like to teach you something a little bit more complex than that, if you don't mind, coming from my field of NLP. So right now we're going to write a make them buy now description. Legalese, we've talked about this. I think you've got it by now. There are two types of descriptions. There's the HTML, the more traditional description, right? And I wonder if I could, I'll show you what that looks like in a little while. Then there's the EBC, which is enhanced brand content. HTML is plain text. You can't have images in the description. You can use HTML, which is hypertext markup label, maybe hypertext markup code. I just know it's HTML code. So basically it makes the copy look nice on the page. It has the breaks in between the sentences. You can use bullet points. You can use bolding, things like that. And Amazon says that is compliant now, so you can go ahead and use that. Otherwise, if you don't use HTML and you're not using EBC, all of your copy, all of your sales words that you put in your description will just show up as one big giant paragraph, and it's too bulky and clunky. People can't read it. So we have HTML, which is plain text, no images, and you can make it to look nice on the page, right? Use it to make copy look nice on the page. Then we have EBC, or enhanced brand content. That's for registered brands only. It includes additional images. There are several templates you can choose from, right? Let's see here. So the HTML, for the HTML description, 2,000 characters max, including HTML. What that means is when we're writing our description, if we're going to be using HTML, is we only write 1,700 characters. Then we run it through an HTML cleaner, like html-cleaner.com, and we have about 2,000 characters, right? You'll see what I mean by that in a minute. It's easier to show you than to just explain it. You can use bolded and you can use all caps. You can use bullet points. You can use italics. I would not use italics, though. It does not render well across devices. And in some markets, Amazon does not appreciate italics. It just makes it really hard to read. You can restate your guarantee with HTML, okay, with your HTML description. You cannot restate your guarantee in your EBC description, okay? And I've had multiple people argue about that. I have clarification from Amazon left and right. I've had people, after I send them the description, their EBC description, say, oh, well, I added the guarantee in there, and then Amazon came back and said we couldn't use it, and I said it's because of the guarantee. So they take the guarantee out. Of course, everything's fine. So believe me when I say, HTML, use your guarantee. If you have the ability to do EBC and images, then don't use your guarantee, okay? Let's see here. With HTML, you cannot use images of any kind in your description, which is, I think you probably know that. So rules with EBC, enhanced brand content, 2,000 characters. Okay, you can use more, but we try to keep it under 2,000 just in case Amazon decides to go a different direction. Bolded text, yes. All caps, yes. Bullet points, yes. Italics, yes, but try not to. You cannot restate your guarantee. You cannot have a call to action, and a call to action is asking somebody to buy. So buy now or click add to cart. You cannot have that in your description portion for EBC. I have no idea why. Maybe they're trying to level the playing field. I don't know, but I can tell you that you can't have that in there. You can use images that are compliant with Amazon's TOCs, okay? Let's see here. Special note, where your description appears. This is a relatively recent thing in the last couple of years. So if you go on mobile and you're searching on Amazon, a lot of times you'll see the description pop up above the bullet points. Okay, so your description needs to be as compelling as your bullet points. Do not forget it. It's not just a place to stick in, contrary to some people's belief, dimensions about your product and, what it weighs and that kind of thing. You want it to be compelling. You're basically using it to seal the deal. On your PC tablet, you usually see, PC or tablet, you usually see the title at the top, then bullet points, then the description is really far down the page because Amazon keeps sticking other things in there. So a lot of people think the description is not important, but because Amazon is now 42% mobile, as of a couple weeks ago, that's the most recent stat I had, I think was 42 to 44% of shoppers on Amazon shop using their mobile device. You want to make sure your description is awesome. Okay, what's the purpose of a description? Amazon's original intention behind the description was really to give you a place to put things like dry information, so your dimensions, like I'd mentioned, and your like it used to be different delivery times. You used to put your delivery time down there. This was a really long time ago. Now it's completely different. So what you should use it for is to tell a nested loop story, or to highlight the benefits, features, and transformations, which we just went through and made those extra bullet points. You can use those to highlight the benefits, features, and transformations. And in EBC, you do all of that. Plus, you can do all of that. Plus, you highlight more images of your product and explain why your product is unique. Please, 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 please make sure that your copy matches your images. Otherwise, you're just going to lose your customer. It's really important to do that. You'd be shocked. I would have to say it's 1 out of every 3 EBC listings that I re-optimize for people, for clients. Their pictures are just random and it doesn't match their copy. And so I give them image guidance to say, okay, we need this kind of picture or this kind of picture. It should say this on it. Okay, so if you have not already, download and open your HTML description template. If you notice there's no EBC templates in there, that's because Amazon provides you with those templates already. So you're going to use the copy that I create and the template that Amazon gives you, right? Give me just a second here. So where are we going to find those templates? We are going to find, and sorry, you can use the HTML description template to fill in the EBC templates. Let me see if I have it where you can, there it is. Let's go look at this real quick. I'm just going to go do a quick search here. And I want to show you what it looks like. And Jungle Scout is an awesome company, and they have they've done this really great job of putting together this article that explains EBC, enhanced brand content. And so you can go and look through this, but basically enhanced brand content, where you see the little gray boxes, that's where you'd have images, right? Those are images, those lines are copy. So these big gray lines right there, those are your headline, and then this is your copy, right? So I'm going to show you how to break this up in a little while, although I'm guessing it's probably self-explanatory. Okay, so, and as you can see, there are 5 different templates, and Amazon always changes those. And I used to say, okay, we'll only use these 2 templates, but now it's really become dependent on the product. So whichever one you have that you feel is most useful. For template number 5, obviously, if you need a big pictogram, a big picture diagram to explain your product, you're going to want to use template number 5 with a little bit of copy. If your product has a ton of awesome features, you want to use, and benefits, you want to use template number 4. If it's kind of a split product, so maybe half the time gamers buy it, half the time business execs buy it, you can use 2 different lifestyle images of those 2 people using the product. This tends to be the one that I use the most. Don't use this one. Don't do it. If you're going to use this one, use this one and put an extra big image up top. So you get 4 rows of titles, text, and then 2 images per row, right? So this is a row. Okay, that thing across is a row. I hope you can see it. I like template 2. I like template 4. I just did a template 5 this morning, and I did template 3 this morning because it was a split product. So you can go, and you have that link in your PowerPoint, so you should be able to grab that. So let's go back to where we were in the presentation. Here we go. So, let's see here. So let me see where I'm at. Focus on HTML, then transfer. Okay. Yeah. So what you can do if you're not currently, people ask me this I could show you thousands of emails with this question in it. Well, Diane, I'm not a registered brand yet. Should I just wait to do EBC and wait to do anything? In my description, and I always say, no, definitely not. You need to focus on HTML first, and then you can easily transfer to EBC. And there's so many templates, it's pretty easy to break it up, right? So we're going to start writing. Give me just a second here. I said let's start writing, but I think I'm not going to start writing yet. Hold on. I'm going to go through this. Sorry, pardon the crazy breakdown here. Okay. So first I want to go over, there we go. First I want to go over the different templates. Okay, so one of my absolute favorites, if you're actually building a brand and you're attaching it to your products, and you want the customer to trust you, you want to build rapport, inspire action, and compel them to buy. I love using nested loop story templates or NLP story templates, right? Reason number one, stories convert. So if you have a story about you or a customer or a pet whose life the product transformed, it's really great to include that, right? And I'll talk more about what that looks like in a few minutes. We'll go through and write one ourselves. If you have no story and you're completely detached, right? It's like a one-off product, or you're not trying to build a brand, or you really don't want to build rapport with people, which I don't know why, but it's more that your customers are looking for the benefits and the features, and there's so many different ways it can transform lives that you couldn't just pick one story, and one story might alienate people. Then you would want to go with, the hypnotic tech spec template, which is also back there. So whether or not you're going to go with the hypnotic tech spec template, sorry, or you're going to go with the hypnotic nested loop story, you really, really should learn the nested loop pattern anyway. You're going to start recognizing it in sales pages. One, you're going to see when people are trying to, dupe you, and not that I use this to dupe people, but just in case, you should know that. And then two, you're going to be able to use it in persuasion, like when you want to get your kid to tie their shoes. Okay, or when your kid doesn't have confidence to step out on stage, you can use this, something like that. Or when you want to sell a car, any of these, okay? Anytime you want to sell something or change beliefs, this is a great thing to know. I can go on and on about it. So basically what you're doing with a nested loop story is you're painting a picture that your customer can step into as though they're stepping into your shoes, or the person who uses your product shoes, to actually feel what it's like to have that outcome and transformation before they buy the product. So the basic NLP pattern is I was where you were, and I am where you want to be. Okay, so we're going to go through the full loop now, right? So we're going to start with I was where you were. I once struggled with what you struggled with, and it caused problems. Okay, so you would be specific in there. I once struggled to get my kid to sleep when we traveled, and that meant I didn't get any rest either, right? Nothing worked. So I decided to change it. What did they do? They decided to change it. They're going to change the situation. They're going to change their outcome. I did some research. I discovered XYZ. This would be, I discovered this revolutionary idea of using, cloud supports, of using these strips to support your toddler's full spinal alignment, right? I wasn't convinced, but I figured, what the heck, I'll try it anyway. It worked, and it's one of the coolest things ever because, right? And again, if you look at your template, you have all this back there, and it explains it. So let's see here. So we can break this down and get writing. Give me a second here. I'm going to move this over here so I can see it. And then I'm also going to go pull up let's see. Go pull this up here. Where are my templates? Where are my templates? And find them. Let's see here. Probably under here. Title. Example, HTML description template nested loop. Basic text spec. There you go. So that's the bullet points. We can get rid of those. So a couple things. First of all, you'll notice when you come in here, quick overview. Where am I writing? I don't have anything writing yet. Let's do this one. File. New. Okay. So top converting description templates. So here's our outline, our headline. Okay. We're going to write a headline. Look at the title template. Choose one you want. Okay. So go to the title template. Try to make this so easy, but I'm sorry if I be jumping around. Okay, let's go to the updated one, 11.2. Yep. Okay, so let's say that we want to go with brand name plus main keyword plus product name plus other keywords, which no one you shouldn't use that unless you're building a brand, but I guess let's assume we're building a brand, right? So what was our title that we did for our skip practice title, right? But you want it to be a little bit shorter than this. So for this particular one, let's say we have COTS for tots. I know I said our branding something else before, but I like that better. COTS for tots, portable toddler bed. So we'd switch actually for this one, I think I'd switch the product and main keyword, which you can, it's just the next one down. COTS for tots, cloud support, portable toddler bed. And then I would go, we already put in the Hypnotic anchor. It's right there. That's actually our product name. Let's see here. And features, benefits, transformation. Let them sleep all night long. Okay. So you could use this as a title. There's a lot you can go through here. You can basically copy your title from from above your bullet points, and you can amend it. That's a really easy one to do if you're ever struggling. So, story intro. Let's start off here. Okay. I'm going from right here, right? So we're going story intro, problem you faced, results from the problem, the shift. You should be on this template. What stopped you, the revelation and research, the win, how it ties in and solves a secondary problem. Look how hard it was to make it happen for you, Mr. Customer. What's awesome about, here's what else is awesome about my product. Here's how it transformed my life, and here's the guarantee it'll transform yours too. Okay, so I have a whole full description here that one of our people wrote. His name is Anders. I'm giving him credit because he is awesome. He owns, if you guys are ever trying to lose weight, you should go check out the Scandinavian lifestyle diet, theslddiet.com. It's like the best recipes website ever. But this is his brand story, so I'm going to take you through this one, kind of give you an idea of how this works, right? So we have at the beginning, so we have the story intro, okay? You can say, I'm fortunate because my work as a chef has allowed me to blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we're going to say, I'm fortunate because I'm able to bring my little ones along with me on all of my work travels, right? Let's see here. And while I love having their company, my sleep suffered. So right now you're doing the problem, right? Here's the problem. While I loved being a parent, blah, 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 like here's the problem I faced, right? And so I loved having a company, my sleep suffered, my work suffered, and my patience grew shorter by the day. Okay, so just as a heads up, we may have to go back and shorten this just because we only get 2,000 characters. This is for HTML. Okay, let's see here. So we just knocked off the first one. We got rid of the story intro, right? And we got rid of the problem we faced. Okay, then we also got rid of the results from the problem. So here's the story intro. Here's the problem we faced and the results from the problem. So problem we faced, results from the problem. So sleep suffered, work suffered, patients grew shorter by the day. So we can get rid of this. But like most parents who wish their kids would sleep more peacefully, I just figured it was a fact of life. I was wrong. So we can get rid of that. We just got through, let's see here. We're still getting results from the problem. So I was wrong. As a public speaker, I was somewhat familiar with, let's say I don't want to say as a public speaker, as a parenting trainer, let's say they're a parenting trainer. I was somewhat familiar with the need for children to feel well rested, I'm sorry, not to feel rested, to feel comfortable in their environment if they to experience the best rest. Okay, so I knew that, or you can say I knew where I thought. That meant I'd have to give up the job I loved. Actually, let's see. Inside, I worried I'd have to give up the job I loved to ensure my children got enough restful sleep to grow, feel happy, or so I thought, right? Then it's like I discovered how to make my kid feel right at home, comfortable, and get the best sleep of their life. Let's see here. And still, because what is it? She doesn't want to give up her job and still keep the traveling job I love. And still take them along on all my travels. Okay, so take them all on my travels. Okay, so now we've gone through. So here's the shift, right? Shift. Something had to change. So this is something had to change, right? And you can talk about what stopped you. Okay. Let's see here. So we went through the revelation research right here, right? So you don't always have to put every single one of these in here, but if you write it out and you can find one for every single one, that's great. But this is more like think of it like not a blueprint. Think of it like a checklist instead of like a blueprint. So if you don't get every single piece in here, that's fine. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you'll skip one or the other. Let's see here. Sorry. So the revelation research, we just did that part. This is our revelation. Okay. I'm sorry. This is our revelation right here. And then this is our win. So if you just go through and follow this, it doesn't even matter if you know what they are. Just go through and copy and rewrite it to your story. Okay, so how your product ties in. So since all kinds of meat is perfect for the Scandinavian lifestyle diet, so since having a familiar bed to sleep in every night, let's see here, was ideal. I knew I needed to get a portable toddler bed. Still, when I looked around, so this, Aaron said, as a professional chef, I wasn't satisfied with what I could find online. So still, when I looked online, I didn't like what I saw. Most toddler cots were either too flimsy, right? So you're going to state the problem here with the other products, either too flimsy, too hefty for travel, or let's see here, or they had a hard metal support bar that dug into your toddler's back. Okay, so we're going to go into look how hard it was to make this happen for you, Mr. or Mrs. Customer. I had to look, let's see here, I looked halfway across the globe before I found the world's most mammoth. Okay, so we can use that, or we can also say after months of looking with no luck, I decided to create my own. One that supports ideal alignment and all-night sleep patterns without breaking, tipping over, or digging into your toddler, your little one's back, right? Okay, so we are down through. Look how hard it was to make this happen for you, customer. Let's see here. And then you want to have usually like 1 or 2 sentences. And you can go back to, I like to just go grab it from the rewriting it. Let's see here. Where did it go? Where did we go? Let's see here. Let's see. And so you can just kind of, sorry, my mouse isn't working there. You can highlight anything that you want here that you feel that they think is important. So I like to quantify it and kind of paint a picture by saying something like, my kids say it's just like being in your arms, Mom, or sleeping in your arms. Sleeping in your arms. Okay, so that quantifies it right there. Let's see here. This portable camping cot for kids. And as you'll notice, I'm still putting in keywords because I've been doing this for so long. Amazon doesn't really rank keywords anymore, or index keywords. It doesn't rank your listing based on keywords in the description because they don't usually index them. Sometimes they index a couple, but not really. But you never know when they're going to go back. So for me, it just makes sense to put it in so I don't have to go back through and optimize again. This portable camping cot for kids did more than allow me to get the rest, get that experience, the adequate rest I so desperately needed. It allowed me to let's see here, rejuvenate. Let's see here, more than allow my toddler to experience the rest they and I so desperately needed. It allowed me to rejuvenate my brain so I thought more clearly and performed more exquisitely than ever before. Okay, so this portable camping cot for kids did more than allow my toddler to experience the adequate rest they and I so desperately needed. It allowed me to rejuvenate my brain so I thought more clearly and performed more exquisitely than ever before. Okay, so let's see here. Now we're going to go to the guarantee. I am convinced, and we're going to have to go and see what about this. I'm convinced you'll find this toddler cot. Let's see here. Find this portable kids bed. So indispensable. I love that. I'll offer you a lifetime warranty plus a risk-free 90-day money-back guarantee. Love it or your money back, no questions asked. Okay, so here, this is the moment of truth, people. This is when you get to go through and you get to see how many characters you are over. Okay, so, and if you aren't over characters, you get to go add more if you'd like, and if you are, you gotta cut it. 1,849, that is cutting it mighty close. So I may have to go back there and cut this, but let's go over to html-cleaner.com. What just happened? Huh, I changed the font. I didn't know I could do that. I mean, I knew I could change the font. I didn't know I could do it with like a single, control something. Okay, so htmlcleaner.com. Your new best friend if you write HTML listings. Okay, so here's the deal. This is not correct. Hold on. I have to go back over here. See, that's what I thought. It's because I pulled it out of a PDF. So come over here with on the home button, do that little eraser. Make sure that your benefits here. I'm sorry, not your benefits. God, it's been a long week. Your description, your HTML description does not have any funny, funky coding in it. And by that, I mean this. Style, margin, style, font, blah, blah, blah. You're not going to want that because that's going to take up way too many characters. So here's the next one. Okay. As you can see over here, we have 338 words, but including HTML, we have 2,048. Okay. A couple things you can do here. You can save a couple of characters by kind of combining things that can be combined. So, for example, moving this up here. but I wouldn't do that. So what I would do, my work travels, when I live under companies, I would go through and see which cut. I just figured it was a fact of life. I was wrong. As a parenting trainer, I was familiar with the neighborhood, feel comfortable in an environment. Here's trust. Inside, I worried I'd have to give up the job I love to ensure it, so that's important. I knew I need to get a portable toddler bed. Still, when I looked online, most toddler costs too flimsy. I said to create my own. Okay. Let's see here. So let's see. I'm convinced. So you might take out this. You'll find it so indispensable that that I'll give you a lifetime warranty plus risk-free guarantee. Okay, so we've got it under 2024. We have to get that under 2000. You get to watch the crazy copywriter and be like, I don't want to cut anything, but I have to. Let's see here. My work deferred. I'm going to say my performance. Sorry. So you can see, yeah, like most parents, changes fact of life. I was wrong as a parent trainer. Okay, so you can take out I was wrong. 2005. Parenting trainer. I was somewhat familiar with the need for children to feel comfortable in their environment to experience the best trust. I was familiar that children who feel comfortable in their environment experience the best trust. I wonder if this will do it. Instead of 2. Okay. Yes. 1,989. So then we take this, Control All, Control Copy, bring it back over here, paste it in. Underneath that, you're going to want to put your HTML. Okay. What you're going to go and plug in under description, if you have an HTML description in the back of your Amazon Seller Central account where it says description, is this code. It looks really funny, but when you plug this in, it doesn't look like this on the front end of Amazon. Your customer doesn't see the HTML. They just see this. Okay, so they'll just see that, which is really cool. So that's your first nested loop description, and I am going to save this and upload it so you have it as an example. Save as. Give me a second here. And we'll go on to the second one. I just want to make sure I'm doing this. Okay, so HTML. I'll get this back to you guys. It'll probably be there by the time that you actually finish, that you see this. You can follow along. Okay, so let's go to the next one. I had talked about, let me see here. I had talked about, right here. Okay, let's go through and review this real quick because nested loops are a little bit complicated. Sorry, I'm jumping all over the place here. So nested loop story template. We went through that. So let's go to Hypnotic Tech Spec Template. So if you have a more technical or featured heavy product with a ton of specs and you're not trying to like get cartoons, you're not trying to build that rapport, you're literally trying to sell a spec product. Or if you don't have a transformational story or you can't get one from a customer, you're going to want to use the Hypnotic Tech Spec Template. Okay, so we're going to do the product name plus the main keyword and how it will transform your life. The product uses product name is excellent if you're looking for the easiest, fastest, most efficient way to. So there's a bullet point example right there, and it says fastest way to eliminate allergies and get a good night's rest. Okay, you can use customers say. Okay, is product name is the best and only choice if you're going for the fastest, easiest, and most efficient way to. Make bullet points here. Like see here, you would say eliminate allergies and finally get a good night's sleep. What else does it help you do? What else? Like tell them what else it helps them do. Comes with or includes everything you need. Example, and don't just say included. Say includes everything you need. We want to tell them, we're reassuring them this is the one to get. This is what you want, right? So example 1, brand name facial scrubber, 2 bonus scrubbing pads, travel case. And I'll go through this more in just a minute when I actually write one with you. So you can put in specifications. But notice how when we put in specifications, we put in why that matters. Why do they care how deep it is? They care because they want to make sure it fits. So easily fits and remains snugly in place on standard king-size beds. None of us like it when we wake up in the middle of the night and our sheets have flipped off our bed. It's really frustrating. What other specs do they need to know about, and how will they deliver the outcome they desire? What other specs do they need to know about, and how will they deliver the outcome they desired? Okay, so, and then you go to the guarantee. You say 100% money back guarantee. If you're finally ready to list your benefits, then you'll want to click add to cart now. This is hands down the best main keyword on the market. So, toddler cot on the market. We stand behind that 100%. Try it risk-free for however many days on us. You'll love how it, and then write how it solves their biggest problem. Or simply write us and we'll issue you a no hassle refund guaranteed. Okay, so if you're really ready to get a good night's rest, awaken refreshed, and stop feeling congested, then you'll want to click add to cart now. This is the best toddler cot or king size mattress on the market, and we're willing to stand behind that statement 100%. It risk free for 90 days on us. You'll love how it allows you to stay asleep all night, something like that, or simply write us and we'll issue you a no hassle refund guaranteed. Okay, so you can do this for HTML. And again, I put this back here, right? And like I said, this is the painful part for me. Like, I don't want to cut anything. I love all of this. Like I said, mine are always too long at first. So cut it down to 2,000 characters, including HTML. So don't look at the congratulations thing yet. You are not quite done. You are so close to done, but you're not quite done. Let's go back over here. Let's grab where is our, let's see here. We had these great, I need to save this too. We had these great extra things here that we can use. So you can use this as your description if you want, right? You wrote these extra bullet points, use that. Notice how we ended with a guarantee. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Use this, right? You can just go and use this. Write a bullet point for every single bullet point back there in the templates, and you will have an automatic description. Automatic description, okay? Or you can go and follow our other pattern, which I need to go find because I just had it up. I know I had it up. There we go. So let's go here. Hypnotic, option 2, hypnotic template, right? So headline, same headline as before. I gotta jump around. Okay, COTS for TOTS cloud support. Okay, so we're just gonna use the same title, right? This is going to be a completely separate description. Pretend we didn't write this one above. We're gonna write a new one. Are you ready? I'm ready. Okay, there's our title, our headline. It's your product name plus your main keyword and how it will transform their life. Okay, we've got that. Uses. Okay, so the uses thing, we don't want to just say ideal for da 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 in the description. Okay, so we can say custom. There's two ways to do this. We can say product name is excellent. So what's it? Cloud support, COTS for TOT, excellent. If you are looking for the easiest, fastest, remember this is in your lesson 6, easiest, fastest, quickest, most efficient way to, let's see here. You can go up to, nope, it's on the other one. So you want to put in like bullet points here, right? So I'm going to go over here and snag this again. Nope, that one, nope, this one. Move this guy over here. Sorry, I say everything I'm doing out loud. I apologize if that annoys anybody. It's just the way that I work. Cloud support for TOTS is excellent. TOTS is excellent. So you can say is excellent, but I also love to say is the one to choose. Okay. If you're looking for the easiest, fastest, most efficient way to, let's see here, and you can take these and copy these over to allow your child to, it's right there, child to sleep the night away, right? We're just putting in transformations. What else does it help you do? Your child sleeping the night away. And again, I usually put this down for a day and come back and kind of polish it up a little bit. Right now, I'm just, for the sake of getting you through this, I am doing this. And because this is not for a client, I am doing this the best I possibly can for you. Okay, let's see here. What's in it? Let's see here. Keep your child safely tucked top cot. Okay, and so you can say proven unique proprietary system including 6 tri-pronged titanium alloy legs. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. Keep your child safe. Keep your child safe on a cot that lasts a long time. Keep your child safe for a long, long time. Okay, let's go with that. Let's see here. All smiles, see better behavior, and more smiles during your travels. Okay, so this is going to be guarantee your child gets the best possible rest, or gets the rest they so desperately need to thrive. Okay, so keep going down with that, okay? So let's see here. So you can keep going through all of these, right? And pick them out. You could just literally do this with all the bullet points down here and then go into the guarantee if you want. But we're going to go into, and I'm going to say continue to add in benefits, transformations, patient bullet points. Okay. And then what we're going to do is includes everything you need. Oh, let me back up real quick. You could have, if you have testimonials, say customers say, as long as your customers say it's the best and only choice, right? If you're looking for the fastest, easiest, most efficient way to. Okay. So you can say customers say instead of saying product name is excellent, right? But I don't have any customer testimonials, so we're not going to lie about it. Includes everything you need. Now, if you have them, if you have registered customer testimonials that are not on Amazon, you can use those as long as you have them documented. Includes everything you need. I like to bold this one. I like to bold this one, right? Bold. Let's see here. Includes everything you need. So it includes one foldable non-collapse, one foldable toddler cot, one waterproof toddler cot sheet. So let's say it includes that. One easy take along travel bag. Okay, so you can say, like whatever it is that it includes, right? And you can do it in bullet points if you want to. So here's bullet points. Do this. Okay, then let's see here. So specifications, right? So you would say specs or specifications here, and you bold that. A lot of times I manage to get them in up here, right? I'll just put them after this. But if it's a really important thing people are constantly asking, if you've gone through the questions and everybody's asking, how big is it? What does it hold? What does it fold down to? Hold down to. So you can say holds up to, I think we said 65 pounds, holds up to a 5-foot tall, 65-pound child, folds down to just, was it like 20 inches by, what's a dollar? Sorry, 20 inches by 32 inches. Okay, let's see here. Feather light weighs, I think we said just 3 pounds. Just 3 pounds. And you can say, why this is important too. So weighs just 3 pounds, making it the best choice for taking along on your airplane travels, right? You can also say folds down just 20 to 32 inches, so it's easy to check at baggage claim. Okay. Let's see, also different. So it'll last your child a long, long. Okay. So you can put the reason afterwards as well. Let's see here. So guarantee. You are guarantee. See how easy this is when you just follow this pattern? You just kind of go through and follow this, I tell you. You already have all the intel that you need. It's just a matter of putting the intel into proper use. So I like to put, like on these tech specs, I like to put, whatever day it is, money back guarantee. Now remember, please, if you're doing EBC, don't use a guarantee and don't use a call to action. If you're using HTML, use a guarantee, use a call to action. Okay, so I'd say it's a lifetime warranty, 90-day, try it. try it, come on fingers, and love it, money back guarantee. Okay, so here we go here. And we can even copy this from over here, right? Just like this. I did that, just copy it in. If you're ready to finally give your child the rest you both so desperately need. Can you tell I'm coming from the place of a parent? You need, so you wake up refreshed, rejuvenated, and see lots of smiles. Then you'll want to click add to cart now. That's a call to action. Click add to cart now. Okay, this is hands down the best portable father cot on the market. We stand behind that 100%. Try it risk-free for blank days on us. So let's say for 90 days on us. You'll love how it cradles your little one to into a sleeping slumber, or simply write us and we'll issue you a no hassle refund. Okay, so I want to point out that you don't just have to use that one. In the bullet points, you have 2 additional guarantees you can grab, right? So you can go through those. I've also written a different guarantee entirely for the other bullet points that I wrote. Let's see here. The other bullet points that I wrote for the cot listing. So you have lots and lots of options. You are welcome to play with the guarantee. Just make sure the most important things are to state how long the guarantee is, the warranty is, how long the money back guarantee time frame is, and the outcomes that they should expect. And again, if you're not doing EBC, make sure you have a call to action. Okay? And I believe that's it. If you have any questions, you know how to contact me. And I wish you all the best of luck and ask that you, again, stay in touch, keep me posted on how things are going. And if I need to, I will create some extra trainings for you.